When I upgraded my main planetary rig to a Celestron Edge HD 11-inch on a CGX mount, I had enormous difficulty focusing onto planets. The problem was twofold. Not only did I have a very long focal length, I also had to deal with a very heavy mirror. The Celestron focus motor that I connected to the mirror uh, proved reasonably ineffective for two reasons. One, it had difficulty moving the heavy mirror up and down, but more importantly, the object shifted when the mirror moved. Here's an example trying to focus on Jupiter using the Sharp Cap Focus Assistant. As I put Jupiter into the box and launch the focus routine, there is Jupiter moving up and down as the mirror moved in and out. As hard as I tried to adjust the connection of the motor, of the focus motor, to the shaft, moving the mirror, uh, it just did not work. So I had to find a solution. I went with a Crayford focuser, having decided that it may be better to move the mirror in and out, to move the camera in and out, instead of moving the mirror in and out. The challenge then became, how do I connect the Celestron focus motor to the Crayford focuser? That called for a trip to the hardware store, and as I walked around aimlessly for half an hour, with every assistant trying to help me, I ended up collecting a bunch of disparate items. The first one was a logging wedge, 5.5 inch by 2.7 inch, very, very hard plastic and not too heavy. It's only 107 grams. Obviously, a bracket, a hose clamp, big one, and a precision screwdriver. And that's what we ended up with. There is the wedge right here. The clamp held the Crayford focuser to the wedge. There is the motor. The bracket held the focus motor to the wedge. And then most importantly, and you'll see in the next picture, that is where the precision screwdriver ended up being. Having removed one of the two knobs of the Crayford focuser, I had to find a way to grab the rod that connects the knobs while still connecting tightly inside the motor. That precision screwdriver was an exact tight connection to the rod, and it fit exactly inside the motor. It was exactly the same size as the knob here, inside of the knob. So this is the gadget that I ended up with. The Celestron motor moving the Crayford focuser in and out. It allowed me to have just over 1,500 steps to move the focuser. The 1,500 steps proved very adequate. This is my camera there. That's the Crayford focuser connected directly onto the Edge HD. There is an example of focusing on Saturn in this case, using the same tool One nice thing about the sharp cap, by using the Celestron telescope driver, I can control both the telescope itself as well as the focuser. And here's the focuser. And as I choose to move it, the planet stays inside the box. It's no longer jumping up and down. Plus, it's allowing me a lot less uh, error. The mirror is not what's moving in here, so there is no backlash. The Crayford focuser is friction driven as opposed to gear, so there is no backlash to deal with. And there is the focus, and as it moves to find the best focus, the planet is staying where it belongs, namely inside the box. And that is the final image in this case, after grabbing a couple hundred images and stacking them. So my effort worked.